So very good evening to all of you. Welcome to JAIIB CAIIB English Medium channel. I hope all of you are doing fine. Now the dust has settled when we talk about the examination of IFS. It is finally over with all the 3 shifts. This time around when we talk about the exam, the shift 1 started with moderately difficult. Then we had extremely difficult exam with the second shift. And in the third shift, we have only one reply from most of the bankers that the exam is hard. Simply stated, it is the toughest exam in the when you compare it with the previous 3 or 4 exam cycles, right? Yes, everybody is in line with this idea, and all of you who have cleared this exam, kudos to you. Your efforts have finally shown the results for your betterment in the in your particular career of banking. And when you talk about those people who were unable to clear this exam, need not to worry. Whenever the exam pattern changes, the level of difficulty changes, such things might happen, but do not question your level of preparation for that, because you guys were very much consistent in the entire exam preparation week. Okay, so we will talk about that also in a separate session, that how you can just go with the flow, just maintain the momentum of your preparation, and how you can prepare for 2026 exam, what is the best suited strategy. But this session, let's focus on the exam analysis. All of you who are watching this particular class, quickly tell me whether you are having any kind of doubt in front of you, if you feel that yes, we were facing certain difficulties and we were unable to clear the exam because of XYZ reason. We want the reasons also, because we here are just analyzing the exam. You were present in the examination hall and you were attempting the questions. What was the thought process there when you were facing so difficult questions? Tough questions were there. So we want to know your experience as well. Okay, Amit, that is very good score. Given the fact that the exam was really tough. 66 is really good. Sushmita with 59, good, very good. Very tough, hardest level, yes, Shweta. I completely agree with that. Ranjit, yes. We had a call also. Good to know that such students who are very much consistent in the entire classes, they have cracked this tough examination. Level was very hard. Yes, we are unable to clear the exam. Yes, paper is very tough. Exactly, Akshay. The exam is really tough. Got 57, RRRR, good. That is again good score. See, today, although I do not indulge in such equations, but today's exam was such that I have to tell you, whenever we talk about, we used to say that 70 plus score is the best score. Normally, when the moderate level exam is there, but today's exam, if you are scoring anything above 50, fine, just by qualifying only, you have breached this margin. Trust me when I say this, because the exam is really tough. Only by knowing the questions, I can tell that how much difficult it was sitting in the examination and picking the right answers, selecting the right answer, eliminating the wrong ones. The credit goes to you for your consistency, fine. And definitely, when we talk about the students also, Sai Pranit, don't worry, you will be able to crack this exam in the next attempt, because again, the pattern keeps on changing. What should not waver our confidence of cracking this exam. Score 61, good, Arun, good, very good score. Yes, NAV question, I got to know from the students that it was easy but time consuming. Amit, can you tell us that whether it was a case study? Let's just try to decipher that also for the future aspirants. So NAV was a question, and when we talk about the concepts were asked, fine, as far as I know, concepts were asked, but lengthy question was there. It was lengthy. The reaction, as we start every video, every session, the initial reaction or the final reaction, now that we are done with the IFS exam, the final reaction is that exam is indeed difficult. No doubt about that. If somebody is saying that no, it is very much doable, no, it is not. It is difficult. That is a different story altogether, that the students with which we are interacting, they have qualified with good margin. But overall examination, it is tough. Yes, Pavan Sankuvar, 58 is also a very good score. Nasimam, both committee recommendations were asked. 12 years investment. Okay. Total NAV. Fine. So 12-year investment and total NAV. Okay. So investment is given as 12 years. And when we talk about the question, it asked about the total NAV. Fine. What will be the total NAV? The numbers we can get from various sources, but this is also of immense help if you can tell us this much as well. Fine. So now let's start the questions. Fine. One by one, let's see what all questions were there. And when we talk about more or less, the questions were on difficult side only. Fine. You will find that the question is really hard. One more thing I want to say. One more thing, that the questions which we will be discussing, they are from the feedback which we have received from the students. If you guys differ from those, kindly let me know in the chat section. Fine. Okay. Niryat Rin Vikas Yojana, 2 questions. Niryat Rin Vikas Yojana. Okay. Niryat Rin Vikas Yojana. See, all of you who will be preparing for 2026, one thing is for sure, it is certain that we cannot ignore the government schemes. This is the pattern which IIBF has followed across the shifts. Shift 1, 2, 3. Every shift you have seen the government of India's initiative, and that's not the old ones. Earlier we used to say that IIBF only asked the old schemes, but this time the tables have turned. They have asked only the new schemes, the fresh schemes. In the morning we have seen the Vishwakarma scheme. Fine. Then some latest updates were there in the Make in India. Those were asked in second shift. Fine. Okay. Case study 1 is statement based. Okay. So case study based question from the Niryat Rin Vikas Yojana. Fine. It was case study. Okay. Case study based question. Fine. Then what else you can recall? 2-mark question on NAV, big table, 10 contents given. Okay. Table was given. Table was there. Let me just note it down so that we can replicate the exact question. Fine. It was given that 10 contents were given. Okay. 10 contents, 10 data points will be given, and you have to calculate the total NAV. Fine. This type of question we will be practicing. Then we have 12-year investment. This is done. Venture capital, the minimum investment. What do we mean by venture capital? From there, the question have been asked in the first shift, I think. And here we have the venture capital minimum investment. Fine. What is the minimum investment? And this should be the case, right? The case study based question. Smile scheme, total tenure, smile, and then we have plus also, right? Total tenure of smile scheme. Okay, smile scheme, tenure. After that, we have what? See, schemes are dominating this year. Mostly we say that no scheme is asked, or for that matter, old schemes are asked. But today's examination, we will say that only schemes are asked. Fine. Non-banking. Okay, Jitendra Singh. Non-banking. When we talk about non-banking, so there are non-banks, right? We call your cards and packs as non-banks, right? But when we talk about the classification of non-banking as such, as an industry, that is a different thing altogether. So in the morning also we have seen questions on non-banking, so it has been repeated again here as well. Case study on prudential norms, call notice overnight was given. 4 banks were provided their capital position under different borrowings, and we were asked to calculate if the bank is with. Okay, okay. So prudential norms, call notice and overnight. Fine. Call notice market, prudential norms. So see here what IIBF has done. Another, I would say, observation of type of question which has been asked. IIBF this time has done that 2 or more topics from different chapters it has clubbed into one question. Prudential norms along with the call and notice market. Fine. Prudential norms has been asked, but along with the call and notice market. Fine. That is a difficult question. Fine. Any of you who was able to attend this question, attempt the question? When we talk about the capital position under different borrowings, and we have to calculate, okay, capital positioning of a particular bank. Different banks capital positioning. Banks capital positioning. So see, the questions are not directly, you can say, numerical based, but conceptual questions. This makes this exam really difficult. Fine. For numericals, we have some quick fixes where we can learn the formula, learn how to implement it. But when the question is asked based on the theory, on the concepts, and it is related to the formulas indirectly, then it becomes very difficult to answer. Investment in one scheme, 1,000, another 2,000, 12-month NAV provided, then ask total NAV amount both plus difference. Okay, okay. So 2 schemes, fine. Yes. Now I can visualize what you are trying to say. Then we have the question on CAGR. This was asked in the second shift also. Fine. So ending and beginning value was given. Fine. In the CAGR, ending beginning value must be given, and CAGR was asked. That was the question for the CAGR. Yes, Piyush, that's what I was saying, that the shifts were like first shift difficult, second very difficult, third shift tough. Then Sonia, Toner, ESTR, Ceron, again repetition from the previous exam cycle has been seen in this. Here the exchange rates, very important. RBI sections have been asked. Okay, so RBI's sections have been asked in the first 2 shifts also. Once for RBI section 24 and then 22 also, the currency note, Banking Regulation Act and RBI Act. Yes, that has been asked. MSME classification, 2 questions. Insurance claim calculation was also one of the question. Okay, so MSME classification, we had 2 questions here. Then insurance, we also have the question on insurance claim calculation, 3 to 4 on mutual funds. See, mutual funds this time they have asked many questions, right? And it's not that they have repeated the topics within the mutual funds chapter. Different topics. Okay, fine. Right. But yes, this was there in the first 2 shift. So fine. CAGR, okay, 2 values were given and you have to calculate. Okay. Then we have a question. I was seeing that a question was there on SHG Bank. Okay, SHG Bank also, self-help group, bank linkage program, I think SBLP was asked. Narsimham Committee 1 and 2 features asked in depth. Okay, so we have studied in module C, I think, Narsimham Committee 1 and 2. Beyond that was asked. It was the case, right? Then we have SHG hilly areas, minimum, okay, minimum persons for your SHG in the hilly areas. So when we talk about the SHGs, minimum of 5 persons. When we talk about SHG in the hilly areas, so minimum of 5 persons will be there. Paper was really tough. Yes, it is tough. So SHGs, hilly areas, minimum people is 5. Then we have one question was there, when open funded mutual fund invested in other companies called what? Open funded mutual fund. Open funded or open ended? Then we have okay. Thank you for your kind words. That's a good score. That's really a good score. Okay. 54. That's again a very good score. 54, 55. These are good scores today, right? Thanks to the level of difficulty. Then we have FEMA. Fine. One question from FEMA. And we are expecting in PPB also they will ask some questions on FEMA directly in the syllabus. After that, we have certain questions. I think there were some questions on the schemes. More schemes were asked. Mutual funds, yes, 7 to 8 questions were there. Currency with public means the currency in circulation less the currency with the bank. Yes, that is the right answer, Arun. So the definition was asked, what do we mean by currency with public? Okay, currency with public means what? Currency with public, okay, means what? So see, when we talk about the measure of money supply, we start from here only, the M1, currency with the public. One question related to nationalization of bank. Okay, nationalization of bank was also asked. So 14 banks were nationalized. Fourth 5-year plan, matching with the market capital requirements with institution. Okay, match the following question: market capital requirement with the respective institution. Okay, so market capital match with institutions. So match the following was also asked. We were thinking that no match the following was asked, only the case studies were asked, but yes. Muktanand Malviya, that's excellent. 76 is excellent. Very well done. Perhaps you can share the strategy how you attempted the questions, right? 76 is a good score, very good score indeed. Nationalization of bank done. Okay. Then we have nationalization of banks. Nationalization of banks. Nationalization of the banks. I think in the second shift they asked that RBI was nationalized or not. That was one of the question. Thank you, Muktanand, for your kind words. Definitely your efforts were the major part of this score. Then we have demand deposits include what? Pramila Srinivas is saying that demand deposits, okay, demand deposits, the CASA, we talk about the CASA only, right? I'm sure that IIBF must have given some other options also apart from CASA to make it more difficult. Fine. One question on classification of DFI. Yes, the 4 types of DFIs they were asked. Development finance institutions, their classification. Fine, classification. Then we have just you said keyword and elimination helps. Okay, okay. I'm glad to know that it was of some help. Fine. You okay? Is 5.0 was also asked. Right, right. Is 5.0. So the ease reforms, again, they are important for the next examination cycle also. Is 5.0. In the next exam cycle, they can ask 6.0, 7.0 and maybe 8.0 also, the latest one. Then we have privatization years and banks based scenario. One direct question. Okay, privatization. Fine. So again, privatization of banks. One question was here. Then we have a question, I think, okay, one question is there from a candidate. Azuba Gama is asking, अगर 4 में से एक पेपर में 45 से नीचे आए, बाकी 3 में नेक्स्ट टाइम 50 लाना इसमें वही चारों पेपर अगेन देने होंगे. Okay, Azuba, what happens is simply when we talk about the structure, how it goes like, if you have, let's suppose 46 marks in IFS, just imagine IFS, you are scoring 46 marks. In a single attempt only you have to cover up for the loss of 4 marks. Fine. The total of IFS plus PPB plus AFM plus your RBWM should be 200. Fine. This should be 200. And now since in one exam candidate has scored 46, in the remaining 3 they must score more than 50. But in single attempt, this is valid only for the single attempt. In one attempt only you have to accomplish the overall score of 200 also. Nationalization asked and option are corporation. Okay, okay, various banks nationalization. Right, right, Amit. Then we have percentage of FDI in insurance sector. So I'm just curious to know whether the options had 74 or 100. So insurance FDI, right? Insurance FDI. What? No, no, no. Right now we cannot see. You can see on Wednesday or Thursday. It takes 4 to 5 days. It will be displayed on IIBF portal only, and we'll inform you as soon as the marks are out. Okay, what else? What else you can recall? Okay, I hope that the doubt is clear for the JAIIB exam. 1975, New India, New Bank of India. Okay, what kind of bank? What kind means private or public, right? New Bank of India, when we talk about this back in 1975. I think it was established in 1935 or 36, the New Bank of India. Okay, PNB was also one of the partner. So when we go by the nationalization, if that is the question, Amit, so your 1980 was the year when the New Bank of India was nationalized, right? When it was nationalized, that we can say for sure. 2025 budget mentioned here. Okay, then to 100%, right? If budget was mentioned, then it will be 100%. No, Radhika, then you have to, appear for all the examinations. Okay, if it is your first attempt, then do take the exams of AFM, PPB and RBWM seriously and try to maximize your score. Even if you are able to clear at least 2 subjects, then the remaining 2 you can go for in the 2026 attempt. It will ease out some burden also. Okay, in the morning, yes. Piyush, it will depend upon the particular statement, right? Statement in the sense whether it was written specifically that union budget, according to the union budget, then it will be 100. Okay, otherwise present is what? 74% only. Okay. What are foreign banks called as? Foreign banks, can you give me the option in which direction it was asked? Fine. What was the context here? Foreign banks. There was a question, Mr. Ram joined BOB 1970, left and joined New Bank of India in 1979. Okay. Then what happened? See, when we talk about New Bank of India, let's be very clear. New Bank of India, it was private bank until 1980 when it was nationalized. After that, within 10 years, it was taken over by Punjab National Bank. Matching between forfeiting and factoring. Okay. Forfeiting and factoring, that was asked. Forfeiting as well as factoring. Again, this question has been repeated in all the 3 shifts, forfeiting and factoring. Then what? Fine. Piyush, I think that the doubt is clear. New Bank of India. Fine. Earlier it was private, then made public, and after that acquired by PNB. Amrut, along with urban transformation. Yes. So, Bharti, that was the full form, right? Amrut. Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation. The basic aim was to rejuvenate the 500 cities and towns. That was the basic aim. Corporation 75 में new bank option, public to private. It will be public to private. Thank you, Arun, for being a consistent student. Definitely. It's all because of your efforts. FX bank or international bank are option. Options for your foreign bank. Okay. FX bank or international bank. Foreign exchange, we term it as forex bank, but foreign bank won't be there, na? Fine. It will be forex bank. That explains the FX bank option. Fine. FX bank is nothing but the forex bank. Fine. The forex bank. your forex bank. Okay, for the forex. Then we have WPI, CPI, ISLM, GIFIN. Okay, questions on the measure of inflation, WPI, CPI, and then we have the question on exceptions to law of demand, GIFIN goods. After that, one question on ISLM. See, I want to know how many of you were able to answer the ISLM question, because in our classes it was the most talked about topic, right? Most discussed. एक भी नहीं है. Yes, this time no numerical was asked. Means the strategy was the same, that we will be witnessing some numericals, but only hardly two or three numericals were there. Okay, operating and lease finance. Yes. See, such kind of questions are expected. Operating as well as lease finance. Operating and lease finance. Then we have lead bank scheme. Again, one of the flagship scheme for the rural areas, fine. Rural credit, semi-urban credit also you can say. Sir, shift one. Okay, yes, we have seen that. Factoring, forfeiting, operating lease difference table, then interchange here. Okay, so factoring, forfeiting, finance, and operating lease. Okay, finance, operating lease, and your factoring and forfeiting. Fine. Plus the factoring and forfeiting. This was asked in a single question. Again, different topics clubbed together. Even one single full form. Yes, Naresh. The expected, you can say, pattern was not followed this time, but again, still, the scores, they tell the story that you guys have done really good. One question regarding the green field. Okay. Question regarding the brownfield FDI was asked. Brownfield FDI. See, these questions were not easy. Right? Brownfield FDI, you cannot say that they are the easy questions like we think, because some different or difficult options were given. Because of the options only, the questions were difficult, or they seem to be difficult. RBI Act, one question related to 5 international institutions, World Bank. Yes. So we have the 5 organizations working under the aegis of World Bank Group. We have IBRD. Then we have what? IDA, IFC for the private players participation. Then we have MEGA. And finally, we also have the ICSID as the arbitrator. RBI Act, Banking Regulation Act. Okay, so this was again expected. These are the expected questions, which I think that all of you have answered correctly. How to check marks? If not, it will be published by the IIBF and we'll let you know within a week only. So Smita, GDP GNP can be calculated in how many ways? Okay, this was indeed a tricky one, I would say. How many ways? When we talk about GDP calculation, there are 3 methods. Fine. For GDP, there are 3 methods. What all? Expenditure, income, and production. Fine. These are the 3 methods. And when we talk about the GNP, gross national product, GNP is nothing but GDP plus net factor income from abroad, NFIA. Okay. So there are 3 ways to calculate GDP and 3 ways to calculate GNP based on GDP. Amrut was launched along with 100 smart city, Ministry of Transportation. No. Urban Development, Ministry of Urban Development. Fine. Urban Development Ministry. Got 52. Good score, Mohan. Good score. Congratulations. RRR by, okay, not an issue. This is also a decent score, I would say. Anything above 40 this time, it means that you have prepared sincerely. Fine. Because of the level of difficulty, nobody can assure that, be very much assured that yes, we will be able to crack this exam with 60-70 marks. But yes, you guys have practiced, and the scores above 40 tells us the story. A question related to incorrect option from WPI and was retail level. Okay. So question was there for the WPI. When we talk about WPI, it is at the wholesale level, and CPI is for the retail level. CPI for the retail level. Inflation, measuring inflation at retail and wholesale level. These are the two indicators. Yes, Naresh. The numerical class which we conducted, no numerical was asked from there. No numerical from that particular class. And when we talk about the benefit of that class, from there direct formulas were asked. Fine. The formulas which pertains to your measure of money supply and fiscal deficit, you can have those formulas from that particular class. National income formula was asked through GDP at market price. Okay. So national income, when we talk about, it says that the NNP will be equal to what? GDP at market price was given. So at factor cost, you have to calculate by substituting the national income, the national product, and factoring the NFIA. Post-independence reforms were also asked. Okay. Post-independence reforms. Post-independence reforms. Fine. Then we have question asked about NARCL of bad loans, that is 15% cash and 85% of the security receipts. Yes, NARCL 15% cash. Yes, that will be the correct description. Fine. Then AFI categories 1, 2, 3. R1 to R10, they gave 10 sentences, asked which are correct. 10 sentences were asked. That makes it more difficult. Category 1 to 10, and it had 10 statements indeed. 10 sentences. Okay. Question on BRICS, new member Egypt. Yes, that is correct. In the morning shift, BRICS full form was asked. So again, question on BRICS here as well. I think now is the time to go back to the basics. Fine. When we talk about the IFS exam, this particular exam tells us the same story, that we must go with the basics. We must follow the basic rule that you should have the conceptual understanding. Otherwise, it is difficult. Fine. Okay. Maybe it was in the first shift only. Which money is important as a bank? M1, M2, M3 or M4? The actual money supply which we create is M3. Fine. The money which banks are provided by the RBI is in the form of reserve money, M0. Inflation calculation. Okay. Numerical on the inflation calculation was also asked. So inflation calculation, and in this inflation calculation, I am assuming that the index was given. Fine. CPI was given. Yes, Prasu, that we have seen. Fine. Many aspirants, many participants were telling the same question, and it is good to know that you are having an idea about what kind of question was asked. So in case in future somebody asks you, you can also now guide them that how to crack the IFS. See, all of you who are scoring in the range of 41 to 50 and beyond, you can directly guide anybody who is preparing for IFS that yes, this is how you should attempt the question in the examination. Okay, absolute return method was also asked for the mutual funds, right? Absolute return. For the mutual funds. Okay. Then we have insurance ombudsman. Yes, that was asked. Shubham, yes, I know how it feels, but again, we have to start the preparation from tomorrow for PPB, because we cannot be lenient on us. That's the nature of this particular exam. It is brutal at times. The CIMM 1 and 2 committees recommend 10 statements were there. Yes, that we have seen. Table में data था, calculate करना था, CPI and CPI rural, urban and combined. Okay, okay. In the form of table, and you have to calculate CPI urban, rural and combined. That is a lengthy calculation, right? Everyone, Amit, it was difficult, right? Inflation calculation, the indices were given, urban, rural and combined also you have to find. Should have taken some time, right? Prasu, don't worry, don't worry. You will sail through. You will sail through. Inflation calculation at after 25 years at the rate of 7%. Okay, time period was given. Fine. Shravani, the classes for PPB, where they will start from tomorrow. Fine. Have a breather today and try to revise whatever you have studied till now. From tomorrow, we will be starting off with the Power Pack revision batch of PPP. Yes, yes, that is just the provisional scorecard, but the marks which are given, they are the actual ones. Okay, fine. So I think that we have covered many questions here in the form of various topics. And when we talk about the overall analysis, it is indicating that the exam is indeed difficult. It's not easy. It's not doable, as they call it, that it's a doable exam. No, it is difficult. Okay, that is for sure. No, 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 not today. From tomorrow. Yes, Sai Kiranji, that's what we can say for the IFS at least, and most probably for PPB and RBWM also, we have to solve good amount of questions based on case studies and numericals for AFM. Fine. So thank you everybody for being patient listeners, for attending all the classes, for attending the exam analysis as well. We wish you best of luck for your future endeavors, all of you who have qualified the IFS examination, and for those who were unable to breach the mark of 50 marks, do not worry, we have plans for you how you can crack this exam. Just stay tuned to this channel, and those of you who are personally connected to me, we will devise a good strategy, a foolproof strategy via which you can crack the exam in 2026. We are here to help you. Always remember this thing. Okay, so good night everybody, take care.